Hey everybody, this is Briston Trapp from PCSC Machine Fab. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create this modified Titan 58M for the water jet. This is just a basic 2D flat part inspired by this 3D CNC machine model from the Titans of CNC Academy. So this is just going to be a 2D flat part created in Rhinoceros 6. So you probably seen the Fusion video. This is the video in Rhino. Both software programs are utilized at Pierce County Skills Center, PCSC Machine Fab. And there's some similarities for the approach, but it's a little bit different. As you know, with Rhino, you're not going to be as flexible with the dimensions. You kind of draw it and you're stuck with it unless you need to do some serious editing. But here we go. We're going to start off with a new Rhinoceros file, and for our template, we're going to do small objects inches. Click open, and we're going to be working in the top viewport. So I'm going to double click on that, maximize it. Let's check out our layers. We're going to be drawing on the black default layer. That's fine. We're going to start off very similar to what we did in the Fusion video with a circle at the center. So we're going to go circle, center radius. Make sure the center is at 0. Enter. Now we're locked in at the origin, and first time Rhino users, most likely it's going to be default to a radius, so you need to change it to a diameter. We're going to do a diameter of 0.785. Enter. Right click to repeat that previous command. 0. Enter. This is going to be 1.250. Enter. We need to draw a line straight up. We're going to go 1.37, enter, enter. Whoop, that didn't work. Let me slow down. 1.37, enter, place it, left click, there we go. So there's our line that is 1.37 inches tall. Line again, we're going to go over from that endpoint, making sure you always have your endpoint snap on down here in the bottom with your O snaps. I don't need the grid snap on right now. Going to go over 2.575, enter, and then that looks good. Right click to finish. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to turn that to the white layer, kind of like a construction line. Going to go to the circle tool, and that's going to be at the endpoint. That's going to be 0.25 diameter. Right click to repeat, center again. That's going to be 0.750. Once again, getting all these measurements from the drawing sheet. Okay, looking good. Now we're going to either repeat that same step or do a little bit of mirroring. So we're going to go over here, click and hold, and the mirror tool's right here. Or you can simply just type in mirror. Select objects to mirror is going to be our 2 circles. Enter when done. Start of our mirror plane is going to be this bottom and that top right there. And then we're going to repeat, right click to repeat the previous command, spacebar or enter also works. Select our objects, enter. Start of our mirror plane is going to be right there. There we go, keeping everything nice and horizontal. And we're looking good. Line tool, time to connect the dots. This one's going to be a construction line, so I'm going to switch to that white layer and go down, center, center, to center. I don't even need these. Nah, I'm going to keep them. They're not bothering me. They're fine. We need to offset, O-F-F-S-E-T. And we want to offset 0.125. Enter. Do that on the outside. Right click to repeat. Do it on the inside, 0.125. Now these actually need to be on our black layer because they're an object line. Looking good. Time to fillet. We're going to do the fillet right here. Fillet curves. Gonna select our radius first, and that radius is going to be 0.375. So 0.375, enter, and then it says select first curve to fillet, so that's curve 1, and then curve 2. There we go. Right click to repeat. We're going to change our radius to 0.260. Enter. Click, click. Right click to repeat. Click, click. Okay. Looking good. Press escape to terminate that. I'm going to take this geometry and mirror it center straight up, holding down the shift. Everything's looking symmetric. I can now go ahead. I'm going to switch to my black layer. I'm going to turn off the light bulb right there so we don't see that white geometry anymore. We don't need it. And we need to do some more fillets because we have all these sharp corners. So I'm going to click on the fillet. It's still at our previous value of 0.26. And then we just got to click. A lot of clicking. Okay, we got our fillet. Oh, missed this one right here. There we go. Fillet. Okay, looking good. Now we need to trim away a lot of this geometry that we don't need. So we're going to go trim tool right there, or type in trim, T-R-I-M. Select cutting objects. Easiest just to select everything. Press enter, and now click on stuff that you want to magically disappear. Once again, sound effects always for entertainment purposes only. You can even get like fancy and like hold down and drag right to left and do that crazy witchcraft. Just like that. We're getting somewhere. Boom. Click. Okay, it looks good. Looks like a 2D shape. Now we click on everything. Notice we got a whole bunch of unjoined geometry. We're going to go Control A, select everything, or go like this. If you go right to left, everything has to fit inside the box. If you go left to right, yeah, everything in the box. Right to left's intersection. That should be another tips and trick video. So we're going to join it right there with the puzzle piece, or just type in join, and that's going to join these segments all together. Notice they're each individual. We're going to do one final thing since this is perfect and done, locked in, ready to go. We're going to group it. It's going to make all this thing as one solid entity, one group, hence the name group. Okay, so that's all you need for creating the 2D part in Rhino. If this was going to be a laser cut on the Trotec laser, we would need to change this to the red layer by clicking on it and then clicking on the name of the red layer. And this red in Rhino 6 is not the actual red for the laser cutter. We need to click on the color. You can do it over here on the layers. You can do it down here. Click on the red. That's kind of a darkish red. We want this pure red right there. That's labeled red. Click OK. Now it's a brighter red. That's the red that the laser recognized. But I'm going to go ahead and change that back to black. I should have saved this. I'm so embarrassed, but whatever. It didn't crash. So this is Titan 58W for waterjet widget. And this was obviously done in Rhino 6, saving it on my desktop. And since we're going to waterjet cut this out, we need to get this into Fusion. I do have a separate video for that, but I might as well show you how to do that. If you know how to get this into Fusion, you can just peace out. See you later. So we need to do this as a DXF. So we're going to select everything. Right click on the save icon as export selected, or go under file, export selected, and we're going to save it not as a Rhino 6 file but a DXF. And once again, give it a name. I'm going to call it 58W DXF. Save. Usually you get this export scheme window, and Cam Imperial is a good one to use. Click OK, and then we go into Fusion. Oh my goodness, I already made that in Fusion. Why would I make it in Rhino? Just for fun. Also, some of you might have more experience in Rhino. Rhino has some powerful tools. Not parametric, can't really edit it, but it is something that you might want to check out every now and then on certain parts. So I'm going to go to a new file, and then we're going to go Insert DXF. We're going to put our sketch of our DXF right here on this bottom plane, and then we need to select our DXF file. We saved it on the desktop. I don't know who the we is. I'm here by myself. I don't have a mouse in my pocket. So it's going to be the 58W. DXF. Open. Wait for it. Looking good. Click OK. And now we can extrude that out to our thickness of 0.1. Because ultimately, if we're going to get this cut on the waterjet, we have to run through Fusion, so we're going to program it in the Fusion 360 manufacturer workspace. That's in another video coming up. But if we were just going to do a little prototyping on the laser cutter, we would ultimately have to get it into Rhino, and that's involving exporting the Fusion file as a DXF and importing it into Rhino. So that's that for this Titan 58W for waterjet widget. Thank you and enjoy.